One of our customers called me a few weeks ago and said, "Nan, you have to see what just happened." He pulls up his screen and starts showing me how a VA messed up a shipping template over Christmas. Next day orders going out for $0. Standard shipping, 0. He's literally paying to ship products to people for free and didn't even know it. And I'm thinking, okay, that's horrible, you fixed it, move on. But then he says, no, 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 that mistake made me $200,000. I said, what? He goes, well, not yet, but it will. Let me show you what I found. And what he showed me completely changed how I think about shipping on Amazon. Because it turns out, every major retailer in America already figured this out. And nobody in our world is talking about it. Hi, my name is Mike Din, Nan Din's AI avatar. Nan and the Seller Labs team have written the script for this video. We have sold over $80 million on Amazon since 2012. We're your guide to the AI revolution in e-commerce. If you like this, click like and subscribe to join the AI revolution. So here's what happened. This seller, been in e-commerce over 20 years, knows his stuff, has a VA update shipping templates during the Christmas break. And the VA gets it wrong. Not a little wrong, completely wrong. Next day shipments, $0. Standard shipping, $0. For days, orders are flying out the door, and this guy is subsidizing every single shipment out of his own pocket. He catches it, fixes the template, and now most sellers, myself included honestly, would just be mad, maybe yell at somebody in the Monday meeting, and move on to the next crisis. Because that's what we do as Amazon sellers, right? We're professional firefighters, always reacting, always putting out the next thing. But this guy does something different. He looks at those $0 shipments and goes, wait, people were choosing next day. People were choosing standard. They weren't all just picking free. What if that's telling me something? So he does what would have been impossible 2 years ago. He grabs his ShipStation data, every carrier rate, every package weight, every shipping zone. He grabs his order management data, what people are buying, how they're shipping, the whole picture. And he feeds all of it into AI connected to his Amazon seller data. And he starts asking questions. Not, hey AI, fix my shipping. That's not how this works. He has a conversation, back and forth. Challenge the answer, dig deeper. He described it to me as wrestling with the data. Now here's where it gets crazy. Within hours, not the weeks it used to take him with spreadsheets and pivot tables, he starts seeing things. UPS is actually cheaper from his warehouse than what he'd been using. The ground coverage map favors UPS across more states. He'd been overpaying on carrier selection and didn't even know it. For anything under £1, USPS Ground Advantage crushes Priority Mail on price. He'd been defaulting to Priority Mail for years, leaving money on the table every single shipment. But the number that destroyed every assumption he had, 87%. 87% of his next day orders were for one single lightweight item. Think about that. Every Amazon seller has the same nightmare about offering affordable overnight. What if someone orders 20 units and I'm stuck paying $150 to ship it next day? For this seller, that nightmare scenario was one order. 1 out of 87. He'd been designing his entire shipping strategy around a fear that almost never happens. So now the fear is gone, and he builds something simple. $4.99 standard, $19.99 2-day, $39.99 next day. Even at $39.99 for next day on that rare heavy order, he still comes out about $5 ahead. Because the outlier is just that, an outlier. And then, and this is the part that honestly blew my mind when he showed me, he asks AI one more question. What do the big retailers charge for shipping? Target, $5.99 standard. And he goes, Nan, do you know why Target charges $5.99? I'm like, to cover some of the shipping cost, right? He goes, "No, it's to get you to stop picking free." And that's when it hit me. He's absolutely right. $5.99 is not a revenue play, it's a behavior play. The moment a customer chooses $5.99 instead of free, they're subsidizing the cost of shipping instead of getting a free ride. Target still loses money on that order, but they lose a lot less than when everyone picks free. Best Buy does the same thing. Walmart, all of them. They figured this out years ago with teams of data scientists and millions of dollars in research. And here we are in the Amazon seller world, either giving shipping away for free and eating the entire cost, or charging $15 for standard and watching people abandon their carts. Nobody talks about the middle ground. Charge a little, not to profit, to shift the mix. This seller ran the numbers. If his mix shifts from 80% free to just 70% free, if 1 or 2% more customers pick that $4.99 option instead of free, the annual upside is $200,000. Let me say that again. $200,000. Not from launching new products, not from increasing ad spend, not from negotiating with suppliers, from changing which button customers click. And there's a conversion angle too. Those customers who used to see $15 standard shipping and bounce, now they see $4.99 and they stay. Less abandoned carts, more completed orders. He went live with it. The entire analysis. Carrier optimization, weight breakdowns, order patterns, flat rate pricing, benchmarking against Target and Best Buy, half a day. What used to take him weeks with spreadsheets. Now I'm going to be real with you. I'm not telling you this story just because it's a cool shipping hack. I'm telling you because this seller would never have done this analysis before AI. He told me himself. He'd tried before. Weeks of spreadsheets. Weeks of pivot tables. By the time you're done, you're so exhausted, you just pick whatever seems reasonable and move on. AI didn't give him a magic answer. It made mistakes. He had to catch errors and correct them. He built frameworks so he could get back to the same insights again. He fed it data from 3 different platforms and stitched the picture together through conversation. But the speed, going from weeks to half a day, that's what made it worth asking the question in the first place. And that's the part that should scare you a little. Because your competitors are starting to do this. Not all of them. Not yet. But the ones who are, they're finding $200,000 strategies in half a day, while you're still reacting to the last fire. As this seller told me, and I can't get this out of my head, your data is waiting to talk to you. You just have to talk back to it. Here's what you can do right now. 1. Go look at your shipping data, not the template, the actual order patterns. What percentage of your orders are single items? What are the real weights? I bet you're protecting against a worst-case scenario that happens less than 2% of the time. 2. Look up what Target, Best Buy, and Walmart charge for standard shipping. Then ask yourself why they charge that. The answer will change how you think about your own pricing. 3. Stop treating AI as a one-question tool. The sellers getting real results right now aren't asking one question and trusting the answer. They're bringing data from multiple sources and having real conversations. They're pushing back when something looks wrong. That's how you find the insights worth real money. Here at Seller Labs, we built something called the MCP server. It connects your Amazon Seller Central data directly to AI, so you can have exactly the kind of conversation this seller had. You bring the questions, it brings your data, and together you find the patterns hiding in your business. If you want to try it, the real version, not the hype version, go to sellerlabs.com. And look, whether you use our tools or not, I want to know, what's the mistake in your business that you've been too busy to investigate? What fire did you put out and just moved on from? Because after seeing what this seller found, I'm convinced every Amazon business is sitting on at least one insight like this. The data is right there. Somebody just needs to pull the thread. Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. Visit our website at www.sellerlabs.com to learn more about us and our AI solutions. I'll see you in the next one.